Now old desire doth in his deathbed lie, and young affection gapes to be his heir. That fair for which love groaned for and would die, with tender Juliet matched, is now not fair. Now Romeo is beloved and loves again, alike bewitched by the charm of looks, but to his foe supposed he must complain, and she still loves sweet bait from fearful hooks. Being held a foe, he may not have access to breathe such vows as lovers used to swear, and she as much in love, her means much less to meet her new beloved anywhere. But passion lends them power, time means to meet, tempering extremities with extreme sweet.
Can I go forward when my heart is here? Turn back dull earth and find nice center out.
Romeo! My cousin Romeo! Romeo!
He is wise, and on my life had stolen him home to bed!
He ran this way and left the orchard wall. Conquered Mercutio. They I'll conjure too. Romeo, humors, madman, passion, a lover. Appear thou in likeness of a sigh. Speak but one rhyme and I am satisfied. Cry but I, me, pronounce but love and dove. Speak to my gossip Venus one fair word. One nickname for her blind son and heir. Young Abraham Cupid. She that shot so true. When king go fetch you a love, the beggar maid here with naughty stare with naughty move with naught. The ape is dead, and I must conjure him. I conjure thee by wrath, lies, bright eyes, by her high forehead, and her scarlet lip, by her fine foot, straight leg, and quivering thigh. And then the damnness that thou adjacent lie, that in thy likeness thou appear to us. And if he hear thee, thou wilt anger him. This cannot anger him. 'Twould anger him to raise a spirit in his mistress' circle of some strange nature, letting it there stand till she had laid it and conjured it down. That was some spite. My invocation is fair and honest. In his mistress' name I conjure, only but to raise up him.
Come, he hath hid himself among these trees to be consorted with the humorous knight. Blind is his love, and best befits the dog.
If love be blind, love cannot hit the mark. Now will he sit under a medlar tree and wish his mistress with that kind of fruit as maids call medlars when they laugh alone? Oh, Romeo, that she were! Oh, that she were an open arse! Thou a pauperous pair! Romeo, good night. Out to my truckle bed. This field bed is too cold for me to sleep. Come, shall we go? Go then, for 'tis in vain to seek him here that means not to be found. He jests at scars and never felt a wound.
But soft, what light yonder window breaks? It is the east, and Juliet is the sun. Arise, fair sun, and kill the envious moon, who is already sick and pale with grief that thou her maid art far more fair than she. Be not her maid, since she is envious. Her vestal livery is but sick and green, and none but fools do wear it. Cast it off. Oh, it is my lady. Oh, it is my love. Oh, that she knew she were. She speaks, yet she says nothing with effect. Her eye discourses. I will answer it. Nay, I answer both. 'Tis not to me she speaks. Two of the fairest stars in all the heaven having some business to entreat her eyes to twinkle in their spheres till they return. What if her eyes were there, they in her head? The brightness of her cheek would shame those stars, and daylight doth the lamp. Her eyes in heaven would through the airy region stream so bright that birds would sing, and think it were not night. See how she leans her cheek upon her hand. Oh, that I were a glove upon that hand, that I might touch that cheek. She speaks. Oh, speak again, bright angel, for thou art as glorious to this night being o'er my head as is a winged messenger of heaven, who unto the white, upturned and wondering eyes of mortals that fall back to gaze on him, when he bestrides the lazy puffing clouds and sails upon the bosom of the air.
Oh, Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou Romeo? Deny thy father and refuse thy name, or if thou wilt not, be but sworn my love, and I'll no longer be a Capulet.
Shall I hear more, or shall I speak again?
'Tis but thy name that is my enemy. Thou art thyself, though not a Montague. What's Montague? It is nor hand, nor foot, nor arm, nor face, nor any other part belonging to a man. Oh, be some other name. What's in a name? That which we call a rose by any other name as well as sweet. So Romeo would, were he not Romeo called, retain that dear perfection which he owes without that title. Romeo, doff thy name, and for thy name which is no part of thee, take all myself.
I take thee at thy word! Call me by love, and I'll be new baptized. Henceforth I never will be Romeo.
What man art thou that thus me screened at night, so stumbles upon my counsel?
By a name I know not how to tell thee who I am. My name, dear saint, is hateful to myself because it is an enemy to thee. Had I it written, I would tear the word.
My ears have not yet drunk 100 words of thy tongue's uttering, yet I know the sound. Art thou not Romeo, neither Montague?
Neither, fair maid, if either thee dislike.
How camest thou hither? Tell me, and wherefore? The arched walls are high and hard to climb, and the place death considering who thou art, if any of my kinsmen find thee here.
With love's light wings did I approach these walls, for stony limits cannot hold love out. And what love could do, that dares love attempt. Therefore thy kinsmen are no stop to me.
If they do see thee, they will murder thee.
Alack, there lies more peril in thine eye than 20 of their swords. Look thou but sweet, and I am proof against their enmity.
I would not for the world they saw thee here.
I have night's cloak to hide me from their eyes. And but thou love me, let them find me here. My life were better ended by their hate than death prorogued, wanting of thy love.
By whose direction foundst thou out this place?
By love. That first had brought me to inquire. He lent me counsel, and I lent him eyes. I am no pilot, yet wert thou as far as that vast shore, washed with the farthest sea, I should adventure for such merchandise.
Thou knowest the mask of night is on my face, else would a maiden blush bepaint my cheek for that which thou hast heard me speak tonight. Fain would I dwell on form, fain deny what I have spoke, with farewell compliment. Dost thou love me? I know thou wilt say aye, and I will take thy word. Yet if thou swearest, thou mayest prove false. That love is perjury, they say Jove loves. O gentle Romeo, if thou dost love, pronounce it faithfully. Or if thou thinkest I am too quickly won, I'll frown and be perverse and say thee nay, so thou wilt woo. But else, not for the world, in truth, fair Montague, I am too fond, and therefore thou mayest think my behaviour light. But trust me, gentlemen, I'll prove more true than those that have more cunning to be strange. I should have been more strange, I must confess, but that thou overheardst ere I was ware my true love passion. Therefore pardon me, and not impute this yielding delight love, which the dark night hath so discovered.
Lady, by yonder blessed moon I vow, that tips with silver all these fruit trees.
Oh, swear not by the moon, the inconstant moon, that monthly changes in her circled orb, lest that thy love prove likewise variable.
What shall I swear by?
Do not swear at all, or if thou wilt, swear by thy gracious self, which is the god of my idolatry, and I'll believe thee.
If my heart's
Well,
dear
do
love...
not swear! Although I joy in thee, I have no joy of this contract tonight. It is too rash, too unadvised, too sudden, too like the lightning which doth cease to be. Ere one can say it lightens. Sweet good night, this bud of love by summer's ripening breath may prove a beauteous flower when next we meet. Good night, good night. As sweet repose and rest come to thy heart, as that within my breast.
Oh, wilt thou leave me so unsatisfied?
What satisfaction canst thou have tonight?
The exchange of thy love's faithful vow for mine.
I gave thee mine before thou didst request it, and yet I would it were to give again.
Wouldst thou withdraw it? For what purpose, love?
But to be frank and give it thee again. And yet I wish, but for the thing I have, my bounty is as boundless as the sea, my love as deep. The more I give to thee, the more I have, for both are infinite. I hear some noise within. Dear love, adieu. Anon, good nurse! Sweet Montague, be true. Stay but a little, I will come again.
Oh, blessed, blessed night. I am afeard being the night. All this is but a dream. Too flattering, sweet to be substantial.
3 words, dear Romeo, and good night indeed. If that thy bent of love be honorable, thy proposed marriage, send me word tomorrow, by one that I'll procure to come to thee, where and what time thou wilt perform the rite. And all my fortunes at thy foot I'll lay, and follow thee, my lord, throughout the world.
Madam!
I come anon! But if thou meanest not well, I do beseech thee.
Madam!
By and by I come! To cease thy suit and leave me to my grief, tomorrow will I send.
So thrive my soul.
1,000 times good night.
1,000 times the worse to want thy light. Love goes toward love as schoolboys from their books, but love from love toward school with heavy looks.
Romeo! Oh, for a falconer's voice to lure this tassel gentle back again. Bondage is hoarse, and may not speak aloud, else would I tear the cave where echo lies, and make her airy tongue more hoarse than mine, with repetition of my Romeo.
It is my soul that calls upon my name. How silver sweet sound lovers' tongues by night, like softest music to attending ears.
Romeo!
My sweet.
At what o'clock tomorrow shall I send to thee?
By the hour of 9.
I will not fail. 'Tis 20 years till then. I have forgot why I did call thee back.
Let me stand here till thou remember it.
I shall forget to have thee still stand there, remembering how I loved thy company.
And I'll still stay to have thee still forget, forgetting any other home but this.
'Tis almost morning. I would have thee gone, and yet no farther than a wanton's bird that lets it hop a little from her hand, like a poor prisoner in his twisted gyves, and with a silken thread plucks it back again, so loving, jealous of his liberty.
I would I bird.
Sweet, so would I, yet I should kill thee with much cherishing. Good night, parting is such sweet sorrow, that I shall say good night till it be morrow.
Sleep dwell upon thine eyes, peace in thine breast. Would I were sleep and peace so sweet to rest. Hence will I to my ghostly friar's close cell his help to crave, and my dear hat to tell. The grey-eyed morn smiles on the frowning night, checkering the eastern clouds with streaks of light, and flecked darkness like a drunkard reels from 4 days' path in Titan's fiery wheels. Now ere the sun advances burning I, the day to cheer and night's dank dew to dry, I must upfill this osier cage of ours with baleful weeds and precious dew-said flowers. The earth, that's nature's mother, is her tomb. What is her burying grave? That is her womb. And from her womb, children of divers kind, we sucking on her natural bosom find, many from many virtues excellent.
none but for some and yet all different. Oh, mickle is the powerful grace that lies in plants, herbs, stones, and their true qualities. For not so vile that on the earth doth live, but to the earth some special good doth give. Nor aught so good, but strained from that fair use, revolts from true birth, stumbling on abuse. Virtue itself turns vice, being misapplied, and vice sometimes by action dignified. Within the infant rind of this weak flower, poison hath residence and medicine power. For this being smelt with that part cheers each part, being tasted slays all senses with the heart. To such opposed kings encamp them still, in man as well as herbs, grace and true will. And where the worst is predominant, full soon the canker death eats up that plant.
Good morrow, Father.
Benedicte, with early tongue so sweet saluteth me, young son. It argues a distemper red head, so soon to bid good morrow to thy bed. Care keeps his watch in every old man's eye, and where care lodges, sleep will never lie. But where unbruised youth with unstuffed brain doth couch his limbs, their golden sleep doth reign. Therefore, thy earliness doth me assure thou art a browse with some distemperature. Or if not so, then here I hit it right. Our Romeo hath not been in bed tonight.
The last is true, the sweeter rest was mine.
God pardon sin, wast thou with Rosaline?
With Rosaline! My ghostly father, no. I have forgot that name and that name to woe.
That's my good son, but where hast thou been then?
I'll tell thee ere thou askest me again. I have been feasting with mine enemy, where on a sudden one hath wounded me, as by me wounded. Both are remedies within thy help and holy physic lies. I bear no hatred, blessed man, for lo, my intercession likewise steads my foe.
Be plain, good son, and homely in thy drift. Riddling confession finds but riddling shrift.
Then plainly know my heart's dear love is set on the fair daughter of rich Capulet. As mine on hers, so hers is set on mine, and all combined, say what thou must combine by holy marriage. When and where and how we met, we wooed and made exchange of vow. I'll tell thee as we pass, but this I pray, that thou consent to marry us today.
Holy Saint Francis, what a change is here! Is Rosaline that thou didst love so dear so soon forsaken? Oh, young men's love then lies not truly in their hearts, but in their eyes. Hey, Maria! What a deal of brine hath washed thy sallow cheeks for Rosaline! How much salt water thrown away in waste to season love that of it doth not taste! The sun not yet thy sighs from heaven clears, thy old groans ring yet in mine ancient ears. Lo, here upon the cheek the stain doth sit of an old tear that is not washed off yet. If e'er thou wast thyself in these woes thine, thou in these woes were all for Rosaline, and art thou changed? Pronounce this sentence then. Women may fall where there's no strength in men.
Thou tidst me off for loving Rosaline,
For doting, not for loving, pupil mine.
and bates me bury love?
Not in a grave to lay one in, another out to have.
I pray thee chide not. She whom I love now doth grace for grace, and love for love allow. The other did not so.
Oh, she knew well thy love did read by rote, that could not spell. But come, young waverer, come go with me. In one respect I'll thy assistant be, for this alliance may so happy prove to turn your household's rancor to pure love.
Oh, let us hence. I stand all stunned in haste.
Wisely and slow they stumble that run fast.
Where the devil should this Romeo be? Came he not home tonight?
Not to his father's, I spoke with his man.
Why, that same pale, hard-hearted wench, that Rosaline torments him so that he will sure run
Mercutio,
mad.
Tybalt the kinsman to old Capulet hath sent a letter to his father's house.
A challenge? On my life!
Romeo will answer it.
Any man that can write may answer a letter.
Nay, he will answer the letter's master, how he dares, being dared.
Alas, poor Romeo, he is already dead. Stabbed with a white wench's black eye, run through the ear with a love song, the very pin of his heart cleft with the blind boy's butcher. And is he a man to encounter Tybalt?
Why, what is Tybalt?
More than Prince of Cats, I can tell you.
Oh, he's the courageous captain of compliments.
He fights as you sing pick song, keeps time, distance, and proportion. He rests his minimum rest, 1, 2, and the third in your bosom. The very butcher of a silk button. A duelist. A duelist. A gentleman of the very first house, of the first and second course. Of the immortal persona, the puto, the what? The pox of such antic, lisping, affecting fantasticos.
These new tuners of accent.
By Jesus!
A very good blade. A very tall man.
A very good whore. Why, is not this a lamentable thing, grandsir, that we should be thus afflicted with these strange flies, these fashion mongers, these pardon me's, who stand so much on the new form that they cannot sit at ease on the old bench? Oh, their bones, their bones.
Here comes Romeo. Here comes Romeo.
Without his roe like a dried herring. Oh, flesh, flesh, how art thou fishified? Now is he for the numbers that Petrarch flowed in? Laura to his lady was a kitchen wench. Mary, she had a better love to be rhyme her. Dido and Dowdy, Cleopatra and Gypsy, Helen and Hero, Hildings and Harlots. This be a grey eye or so, but not to the purpose. Senor Romeo, bonjour. There's a French salutation to your French slop. You gave us the counterfeit fairly last night.
Good morrow to you both. What counterfeit did I give you?
The slip, sir, the slip. Can you not conceive?
Pardon, good Mercutio. My business was great, and in such a case as mine, a man may strain.
That's as much as to say such a case as yours constrains a man to bow in the hands.
Meaning to curtsy?
Thou hast most kindly hit it.
A most courteous exposition.
Nay, I am the very pink of courtesy.
Pink for flower?
Right.
Why then is my pump well flowers?
Show it. Follow me this jest now till thou hast worn out thy pump. That, when the single soul of it is worn, the jest may remain after the wearing solely singular.
Oh, single soul jest, solely singular for the singleness.
Come between us, good Benvolio, my wits hang.
Switch and spurs, rock cry mac.
Nay, if our wits run the wild goose chase, I am done, for thou hast more of the wild goose in one of thy wits than I am sure I have in my whole 5. Was I with you there for the goose?
Thou wast never with me for anything when thou wast not there for the goose.
I will bite thee by the ear for that jest.
Nay, good goose, bite not.
Thy wit is a very bitter sweet, and it is the most sharp sauce.
And is it not then well served into a sweet goose?
Oh, here's a wit of chevron
that stretches from an inch narrow to an L broad.
I
stretch it out for that word broad, which added to the goose proves the far and wide abroad goose.
Why is not this better than groaning for love? Now art thou sociable, now art thou Romeo, now art thou what thou art, by art as well as by nature. For this driveling love is like a great natural that runs lolling up and down to hide its bauble in the hole.
Stop there, stop there.
Thou desirest me to stop in my tail against the hair?
Thou wouldst else have made thy tail long.
Oh, thou art deceived. I would have made it short, for I was come to the whole depth of my tail, and meant indeed to occupy the argument no longer.
Hey, here's a goodly gift.
A sail! A sail! Two, a shirt and a smock. Peter!
None.
My fan, Peter!
Good Peter to hide your face, for her fans the fairer face.
Goody good man.
Gentlewoman.
Is it good in?
Tis no less, I tell you, for the body hand of the dial is now upon the prick of noon.
What's the matter? What's the matter?
One gentlewoman that God hath made for himself to mar.
Oh, by my troth, it is well said. For himself to mar, quotha? Gentlemen, can any of you tell me where I may find the young Romeo?
I can tell you, but young Romeo will be older when you have found him than he was when you sought him. I'm the youngest of that name, for fault of the
You
worst.
say well.
Yeah, is the worst well? Very well took it, faith wisely, wisely.
If you mean he, sir, I desire some conference
She
with
will
you.
invite him to some supper.
A pod, so!
What hast thou found?
No hair, sir, unless a hair, sir, in a Lenten pie that is something stale and whore, ere it be spent. La la la, la la la, la la, la la la, la la la, la la la, la la, an old hair whore, and an old hair whore. Good meat and land. But a hair that is whore is too much for a score. It ere it be spent. Romeo, will you come to your father's will to dinner thither?
I will follow you.
Farewell, ancient lady. Farewell. Lady. I pray you, sir. What saucy merchant was this that was so full of his ropery? A gentleman nurse that loves to hear himself talk and will speak more in a minute than he will stand to in a month. And will speak anything against me, and I'll take him down. And how lusty that he is, and 20 such jacks, and if I cannot tell he knows that shall. Scared of me, knave. I am none of his gills. I am none of his skeins, mate. And I must stand by to and suffer every knave to use me at his pleasure. I saw no man use you at his pleasure. If I had, my weapon should quickly have been out. I warrant you, I dare draw as soon as another man. If I see a crazy little quarrel in the law, I am so vexed that every part about me quivers. Scared of me, knave. Pray you, sir, the word. And as I told you, my young lady bid me inquire to you out. What she bid me say, I don't keep to myself. But first let me tell ye, if ye should lead her into a fool's paradise, as they say, it were a very gross kind of behavior, as they say, for a gentlewoman is young. And therefore, if you should deal double with her, truly, it were an ill thing to be offered to any gentlewoman, and a very weak dealing.
Give me to thy lady and mistress, I protest unto thee.
Good heart! And if buried, I will tell her as much. Lord, she would be a joyful woman.
What wilt thou tell her, nurse? Thou dost not mock me.
I will tell her, sir, that you do protest, which, as I take it, is a gentlemanlike offer. Bid her devise some means to come to Shrift this afternoon, and there she shall at Friar Lawrence shall be shrived and married.
Here is for thy pains.
No, truly, sir, not a penny.
Go to, I say you shall.
This afternoon, sir? Well, she shall be there.
Hence stay, good nurse, behind the abbey wall. Within this hour my man shall be with thee, and bring thee cords made like a tackled stair, which to the high top gallant of my joy must be my convoy in the secret night. Farewell, be trusty, and I'll quit thy pains. Farewell, commend me to thy mistress.
No, God will heaven bless thee. Hark you, sir.
What sayest thou, my dear nurse?
Is your man secret? Did you ne'er hear say, two may keep counsel, putting one away?
I warrant thee, my man's as true as steel.
Word, sir, my mistress is the sweetest lady. Lord, when 'twas a little plating clean. Oh, there is an nobleman in town, one Paris that would fain lay life abroad. But she, good soul, had as lief see a toad, the very toad as see him. I'd anger her sometimes and tell her that Paris is a proper man. But I warrant you, when I say so, she looked as bad as any clout in the earth of the world. The thought Rosemary and Romeo begin both with a letter.
Aye, nurse, what of that? Both with an R.
Markham! That's the rogue's name. R is for a... No! I know it begins with some other letter. And she had the prettiest sententious servant of you and Rosemary. That is what do you good to hear.
Commend me to thy lady.
1,000 times. Peter!
Anon.
Peter! Take my friend and go. Be born on a pace.
The clock struck 9 when I did send the nurse. In half an hour she promised to return. Perchance she cannot meet him. That's not so. Oh, she is lame. Love's herald should be thoughts, which 10 times faster glide than the sun's beams, driving back shadows over lowering hills. Therefore do nimble pinion doves draw love, and therefore hath the wind's swift Cupid wings. Now is the sun upon the highmost hill of this day's journey, and from 9 till 12 is 3 long hours. Yet she has not come. Had she affections and warm youthful blood, she would be as swift in motion as a ball. My words would bandy her to my sweet love, and his to me.
But old folks many feign as they were dead, unwieldy, slow, heavy, and pale as lead. Oh God, she comes! Oh honey nurse, what news? Hast thou met with him? Send thy man away.
Peter, stay at the gate.
Now, good, sweet nurse. Oh Lord, why lookest thou sad? Thou news be sad, yet tell them merrily. If good, thou shamest the music of sweet news by playing it to me with so sour a face.
I am a really. Give me an evil Wyatt. Fly out of my bones ache. What a jolt have I heard?
I would thou hadst my bones, and I thy news. Nay, come, I pray thee speak. Good, good nurse, speak.
Hazel, what haste? Can you not say a while? Do you not see that I am out of breath?
How art thou out of breath when thou hast breath to say to me that thou art out of breath? The excuse that thou dost make in this delay is longer than the tale that thou dost excuse. Is thy news good or bad? Answer to that. Say either, and I'll stay the circumstance. Let me be satisfied. Is good or bad?
Well, you have made a simple choice. You know not how to choose a man. Romeo? No, not he. Though his face be better than any man's, yet his leg excels all men's. And for a hand and a foot and a body, though they be not to be talked on, yet they are fast compared. He is not the flower of courtesy, but outborn of him as gentle as I am. God I ways, wench, so have God. What? Have you dined at home? No! But all this did I know before! What says he of our marriage? What of that? Oh Lord, my head aches! What a head have I! It beats as if it would fall in 20 pieces! My back on the other side! Ah, my back! My back! But surely you're hard for sending me about to catch my death with dancing up and down!
Faith, I am sorry that thou art not well. Sweet, sweet, sweet nurse, tell me, what says my love?
Your love says like an honest gentleman, and a courteous, and a kind, and a handsome, and I warrant the virtuous. Where is your mother?
Where is my mother? Why, she is within! Where should she be? How oddly thou repliest! Your love says, like an honest gentleman. Where is your mother?
Oh God, lady dear! Are you so hot? Marry, come up! I glow! Is this the boldness for my aching bones? It's forward to your messages yourself!
Here's such a coil! Come, what says Romeo?
Have you got leave to go to sheriff today?
I have.
Then hie you hence to Friar Lawrence cell. There stays a husband to make you a wife. Now comes the wanton blood up in your cheeks. There'll be a scar as straight as any news. Hie you to church. I must another way to fetch a ladder by the which your love must climb a bird's nest so soon with it is dark. I am the drudge and toil in your delight, but you shall bear the burden soon at night. Go, I'll do dinner. I need to the cell.
I die fortune. Honest nurse, farewell.
So smile the heaven upon this holy act, that after hours with sorrow chide us not.
Amen. Amen. But come what sorrows can, it cannot countervail the exchange of joy that one short minute gives me in her sight. Do thou but close our hands with holy words, then love devouring death do what he dare. It is enough I may but call her mine.
These violent delights have violent ends, and in their triumph die like fire and powder, which, as they kiss, consume the sweetest honey and loathsome in his own deliciousness, and in the taste confounds the appetite. Therefore love moderately, long love doth so. Too swift arrives as tardy as too slow. Here comes the lady! Oh, so light of foot, will ne'er wear out the everlasting flint. A lover may bestride the gossamer that idles in the wanton summer air, and yet not fall so light as vanity. Good even to my ghostly confessor, Romeo shall thank thee, daughter, for us both. As much to him, else is his thanks too much.
Ah, Juliet, if the measure of thy joy be heaped like mine, and that thy skill be more to blaze in it, then sweeten with thy breath this neighbor air, and let rich music's tongue unfold the imagined happiness that both receive in either by this dear encounter.
Conceit! More rich in matter than in words, plagues of his substance, not of ornament. They are but beggars that can count their worth. But my true love is grown to such excess, I cannot sum up half my wealth.
Come with me, and we will make short work. For by your leaves you shall not stay alone, till Holy Church incorporate two into one.